Hello, I'm Stanley Lucian. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has recently announced a significant policy shift in the public service, offering permanent positions to non-establishment workers. This includes contract workers at the SSDF. The move aims to provide job security and benefits to thousands of workers who have been employed on a temporary basis for years. The decision is expected to have a positive impact on the livelihoods of those workers, allowing them to plan for their future with greater certainty. However, some opposition surrogates have criticized the move as a potential case of vote buying ahead of the next general election. They argue that the government is trying to sway voters by offering permanent jobs without a clear plan for funding. Supporters of the move, on the other hand, argue that it's a long overdue recognition of the hard work and dedication of these workers. The policy change is part of the government's efforts to improve the lives of citizens, particularly those in vulnerable positions. So we ask, do you support the government's decision to make non-establishment workers in the public service permanent? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity. That's what they're doing, so I appreciate it. So it will be in the favor of the elderly, and whosoever want to be in it, it's a good idea. So they have a document, they could go to the bank and do their little business.
Yeah, the move is a good idea because before they were not getting that opportunity. Now that they get the opportunity, it's a lovely idea, right? I cannot agree more about that thing because when you really look at it, it's like one set of people alone that used to survive on that kind of life. But right now, we all can get a bread, we all will eat. But they have a document, they can go to the bank, they can take a little loan to help themselves instead of depending on somebody to do it for them. So it's like we cannot agree more to get that kind of opportunity. That opportunity they wasn't getting. I'm so happy they are helping. People will be more people will be coming to the shops to buy groceries, to take a loan, to buy something for themselves, and more people will be dependable.
Bon, si yo kay sa pran ti loan, si yo vlan ti loan, si yo ni un problème, yo kay sa aller demander banque là en l'argent, kay bay un problème en l'argent, so yo kay sa ranger ti koy kay bon.
It's a good move, although there's a first thing in everything that we do, and by making them permanent, it empowers them to feel a sense of purpose where work-wise is concerned and where responsibility, where families are concerned as well. And by doing so, they could, go to the loans, they could to the bank, and they could get a loan. Yeah, the other move is that it would be very costly to bring the elderly to the homes. So right now that you have those workers come into your home, which is a plus, and which makes it more comfortable for the family as well, and even for the workers. Yeah, so I believe it's a good thing.
I think it's a good move because for too long you find too many people not permanent. They're just working on contract or whatever the case is. So they can't go to the bank and get a loan, number one. Number two, they have nothing permanent to say they could really rely on. So I think it's a good move.
One of the best things that government could have ever done. I think that is the best initiative for all these employees, for them to be made permanent. At least right now they could go to a loaning institution, they could have some financial leeway. So I think that is a good thing that government has done. Kudos to you all, and Mr. Philip J. Pierre, continue doing the great work you are doing. I applaud this government. Well done.
I think it is so good. The way they put them permanent, that is very nice. So they can go to a bank and take a loan and do anything they want.
Yeah, I think this is a very great move by the government of St. Lucia. It gives job security, job stability, and also helps these persons feel more empowered, especially those that have to take mortgages. They now feel have a secure job, So I think it's a great job by the St. Lucia government.
I think that was just a wonderful thing that the government did for these people. I mean, it was really emotional when I looked at the clip, the videos of these people rejoicing and cheering because, I mean, even a lady said about, her children, how she was forsaken by the previous government and now she's permanent. She can go to the bank and get a loan. So I think that was a great move by the Prime Minister. Kudos to you, Philippe J. Pierre. And I think we're moving forward in progress.
Yeah, it's a very good thing that the Prime Minister is doing. And I'm happy for the people that, that they have a permanent job, that they could go to the bank if they want a loan or something. That's it. And I think that's why I always think of Pierre, that he's a good Prime Minister. And it's very good for people to watch all them good things that he's doing so that they could put him back in power because he deserves it.
Well, I think that's a great thing for the workers because sometimes you cannot go to a bank and get a loan. So this is a great thing that the government is doing. The only thing about it, the workers need to improve on their work and give government a fair day's work for their pay because some workers, they are not doing much for the day and they want to leave before the hour. So they need to apply themselves. This is a great thing for them.
Now to our new discussion. In the wake of a disheartening surge in drowning incidents across St. Lucia, public safety on beaches and at other aquatic recreational areas has become a paramount concern, prompting calls for a critical review of current national water safety standards and resources, particularly the availability of qualified lifeguards. Given the island's unique geographical reality, a nation entirely encircled by the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, many citizens are now vociferously questioning whether basic swimming proficiency should be an indispensable, compulsory component of the national school curriculum. While proponents argue that universal mandatory water safety instruction would increase survival rates and mitigate the risk associated with being surrounded by water, opponents raise valid logistical concerns regarding the substantial capital investment required for constructing and maintaining pool facilities, securing accredited instructors, and effectively integrating the subject into an already packed academic timetable. So we ask, should swimming be a mandatory subject in the St. Lucia school curriculum? Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and the new discussion.